Hello and welcome back to InterTax Learning. Today we're going to walk through AI's effect on new grads in accounting who are planning to go into tax, specifically if you are planning to go into public accounting. Understand that a lot of new graduates are worried about what AI means for their future career. Without getting into an argument on whether AI is good or bad, let's simply talk about the important stuff, what new grads should really expect, and what can be done to get ready. A quick background. I started my career in Big Four compliance, and even back then, I could already see which parts of the job were replaceable. I used to have 4 monitors open with last year's work paper, this year's work papers, last year's return, and current year's return. Not to talk about the emails that's always blasting. Everything is happening at once, and the pressure was constant during busy season. There was this unspoken belief that higher work hours lead to career advancement. But personally, I don't believe in the connection between hours and success. In fact, I learned the opposite from experience. When I'm overloaded, I tend to lose my focus and forget what's important. And that's exactly the kind of work AI is replacing today, the work that depends on volume, not judgment. But if someone were to say that 80% of experience comes from repetitive work, I also agree with that. Experience does accumulate with practice. However, I don't believe we should rely on those works to continuously bring value. The value will start to diminish at a certain point. Look at the recent news. PwC plans to recruit a third fewer grads by 2028. The Big Four's new favorite grad is AI. The Big Four have significantly cut graduate recruitment by up to 30%. I don't know how accountable these news articles are, but I can see that the trend is clear. We know, at least, that AI is taking over many of the heavy tasks that used to be assigned to new grads: reconciliation, memo drafting, basic research, etc. The future requires a different kind of skill set and ways of thinking. First of all, we can't use an old map to see a new land. Yes, we were told by past generations that accounting earns us a living. As accounting students, we learned that audit and tax earn more as new grads, and that's why most people get into these two career paths. But now it's time to really rethink about what you like to do instead of just following advice from prior generations. If you still decide to pick tax because you like it, well, let's look at the new playing field with AI's involvement. AI is powerful in analyzing past data, the kind of work I say I was doing as a staff at the firm. Well, some people might say that AI will be much stronger before we know it. Yes, it is a quick learner. It could learn business models, long-term consequences. It could understand multifaceted risks or strategies. However, we need to also consider how to resolve conflict of interest. What is the goal to focus on when there are competing priorities? And even more importantly, we need someone to push forward projects. Someone needs to communicate with the stakeholders. And that's where a human comes in. The way I see it, professionals who thrive would be the ones who think beyond the tasks in front of them, the ones who can see the bigger picture, the ones who can make connections, good at cooperating as a team and being accountable. As a college student, if you are interested in tax or even just in business in general, something to start doing is to immerse yourself with the opportunities available at your college. Use college as your training ground. Learn as much as possible from others rather than thinking of college as only a place to acquire book knowledge. To wrap up, I would like to urge everyone to be optimistic. Even though AI is taking over some work, there's still so much that we can do as human beings. We should feel confident in our ability while letting AI do what it does the best. I welcome your thoughts on this subject. Again, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to learn more about international tax.